To the Wingecarribee Local Planning Panel for the announcement of our decisions. In relation to item 6.1, DA 220995 for dual occupancy and Torrens title land subdivision from one lot into two at 13 Caroline Avenue, Bowral. The panel's decision was to approve the development application in accordance with the council officer's recommendation, subject to some minor amendments to the conditions in relation to the description of the development, tree planting and fencing, and the requirement to carry out the subdivision works, the building works prior to the issue of the subdivision certificate. The reasons were the panel generally agrees with the officer's report. The panel has amended a number of conditions to result in better streetscape and amenity outcomes to provide clarity. A number of objectors referred to the design guidelines protected by private covenant. However, the panel notes clause 1.9a of the Wingecarribee Local Environmental Plan 2010 sets aside the provisions of these covenants for the circumstances of determining a development application under that local environmental plan. The decision was unanimous. Item 6.2, DA 22/1133 to Homehale Street, Bowral, 10-unit residential flat building. The panel's decision was to refuse the development application in accordance with the council officer's recommendation. The reasons for refusal were basically in accordance with the council officer's recommendation with some refinements. The reasons were as set out in accordance with the reasons for refusal, and the voting was unanimous. And then I'll just hand over to Heather Wharton to advise of the panel's decision in relation to item 6.3.
6.3, review of determination for DA 2022/0223.1, demolition of existing building, ancillary works and construction of a multi-dwelling housing development comprising 4 dwellings at 24 Waverley Parade, Mittagong. The majority panel determined that the development application be approved, subject to the conditions of the original report to the local planning panel of the 1st of June 2022, which was attachment 1 of the subject 2nd of November 2022 report, with the following amendments. I need the deferred commencement condition. That was approval subject to deferred commencement. Excuse me, do we have the deferred commencement condition? I shouldn't check it properly. I'll paraphrase the deferred commencement condition. The deferred commencement condition was that for tree 1, which was the street tree in the street, that a route mapping be undertaken, and that an ARBORIST report be submitted to the council, and that amended landscape plans and stormwater and civil details be provided to the council prior as a deferred commencement condition. And that material had to be submitted prior to issue of before making the consent operational. So it was subject to a deferred commencement approval for more information about tree 1 in order that the street tree be retained. And otherwise the approval was subject to the conditions in the officer's report, subject to clarifying the description of the approved development in condition 1 and updating condition 2 to give reference to the new arborist report of the 26th of October 22, and to update to the new landscape plan, which was revision B, dated the 1st of September 2022, and small amendment was made to condition 62 to refer to a level 5 arborist and not a level 4 arborist certificate. And the reasons for the decision was the majority of the panel considered the retention of tree 3 was not warranted in the circumstances, given its growth pattern and future impact of the development of the site. The existing tree may result in adverse impacts on the existing and future development on the site, particularly any overshadowing or drainage issues. given its future growth pattern and life expectancy. The development substantially complies with the desired future character of the area, which is undergoing transition, and the development substantially complies with the development controls for the site. As I said, that was a vote of 2 to 1. Ms. Kelly and Mr. Stas voted in favour of approval of the application by deferred commencement. I didn't support that recommendation or that decision, and my reasons were that I supported refusal as the proposal fails to consider the significant trait of the tree on the site, and the applicant's own arborist report indicates that it had high retention value and a lifespan of 40 years, and a redesign of the proposal would be possible to achieve a development of the same density and still retain the tree.
That now brings the meeting to a close, and I close the meeting at
6:24.
6:24. Thank you.